Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag level is running all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke. Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford, Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all of those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
Makes the much-needed tag.
Headlock applied, and look at these punches to the ear. Ouch. I think rage took over in that moment.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
A gnarly landing. That's why you can't get caught up in the heat of the moment. An all-around bad decision.
And gets tossed back into the mat. Tama putting it all on the line.
From the top, down. Oh.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
And Dawkins is really being knocked around here.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Oh, wiped out with the crossbody. Ooh, oh, perfect kick.
Something that Taz and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time. Just cranking the head. Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at them. Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Woo-wee.
Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat. Then a knee right to the throat.
Kick right to the face.
Haku with it. He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand. I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to
Down around with the schoolboy, shoulders are down.
Here's a cover. Could be it. He's changing his mind. Going for something different now. Ooh. Oh, foot just stomping down. Haku is picking the opposition apart.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Boom.
Dawkins avoids that one.
Well scouted.
Dawkins is pushing back now.
Yeah, Dawkins' survival instincts are taking over. Targeting the throat there.
Ooh. Oh, what a kick to the face.
Oh, my God.
And now propped up in the corner.
Running hip attack. What impact.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled from the top. He got it. Tag me.
Tagged in here.
Oh, what a chop.
Samoan drop, Byron.
Oh, no, it's the Hawaiian drop.
Oh, he's going up. Watch out.
Right on point. Forget about it.
Ford got met with some stiff resistance there.
From the top.
Diving double axe handle.
No way. Again? He's heading up the ropes.
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite.
From the top. Diving head. He thinks he has it. Oh, man. This could really come back to bite him in the end.
He kicks out before the count starts.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension. And he gets directed into the corner. Here it comes. Big time impact.
With the tongue and death grip. This is the moment when you're desperate to find a counter.
Trying to find an escape, looking for anywhere to go.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hole.
Will it be?
I think so.
And he wins the fall. Ascending the ropes.
Watching. Look out below.
That's going to be on highlight reels for a long time.
Incredible courage to even attempt that.
And he gets delivered back into the ring.
Cover.
Second fall for the Islanders. And they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners. Come on.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just